physically. Prisoners felt shame in their role, guards felt guilt. So in that sense, it's unethical. That is, nobody has the right, the power, the privilege to do that to other people.
In the wake of experiments like Zimbardo's and Milgram's, ethical guidelines changed, introducing greater safeguards to protect participants. In the Stanford experiment, Zimbardo might have spared his volunteers distress had he not taken on a dual role in the study.
If I was going to be the prison superintendent, I should have had a colleague who was overseeing the experiment, who was in a position to stop it at any point, or I should have been the principal investigator and get somebody who was going to be the prison superintendent. I realized that was a big mistake, to play both those roles and be shifting back and forth.
After the experiment, Zimbardo brought all the participants together to talk about their experiences. John Wayne would now come face to face with the hunger striker he had tormented.
I was a little worried. I said, oh my God, he's really going to come down on me hard now, now that we're on equal footing.
It harms me.
How did it harm you? How does it harm you? Just to think about it, you mean that people can be like that?
Yeah. It let me in on some knowledge that I've never experienced firsthand. Because I know what you can turn into. I know what you're willing to do.
When I look back on it now, I behaved appallingly. You know, it was just horrid to look at. I think I tried to explain to him at the time that, you know, what you experienced and what you hated so much was a role that I was playing, that that's not me at all.
He was trying to dissociate himself from what he had done. That did make me angry. Everyone was acting out a part and playing a role. Prisoners, guards, staff, everyone was acting out a part. It's when you start contributing to the script, that's you, and thus it's something you should take responsibility for.
I didn't see where it was really harmful. It was degrading, and that was part of my particular little experiment to see how I could...
Your particular little experiment.
Yes,
why don't you tell me about that?
I was running little experiments of my own.
Tell me about your little experiment.
Okay.
I'm curious.
I wanted to see just what kind of verbal abuse that people can take before they start objecting, before they start flashing back.
If I have any regret right now, it's that, you know, I made that decision, because it would have been interesting to see what would have happened had I not decided to force things. It could be that I only accelerated them, that the same things would have happened, but we'll never know.
If the extreme nature of Dave Eshelman's behavior tested the prisoners, it also presented the other guards with a choice, to intervene or not.
It surprised me that no one said anything to stop me. They just accepted what I said, and no one questioned my authority at all. And it really shocked me. Why didn't people, when I started to get, abuse people so much, I started to get so profane that, and still people didn't say anything.
This whole experience harms me. And I mean harms in the present tense. It harms me.
How did it harm you? Or how does it harm you? Is it just to think that people can be like that?
Yeah. And I know you're a nice guy, you know?
Or you don't know that.
No, I do. I do know that you're a nice
then
guy.
Then why do you hate me?
Because I know what you can turn into.
If you were in my position, what would you have done?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell you that. I wasn't. I don't think I would have been as, I don't believe I would have been as inventive as you. I don't think I would have applied as much imagination to what I was doing. You understand?
Yes, I understand.
I would have been a guard. I don't think it would have been such a masterpiece.
Personally, I don't see where it was really harmful. It was degrading. But that was part of my particular little experiment that...
Oh, your particular little experiments? Well, why don't you tell us about those?
Yes, I was running experiments of my own.
Well, tell me about these little experiments. I'm curious.
Okay, I wanted to see just what kind of verbal abuse people can take before they start objecting, before they start lashing back. And it really surprised me that nobody said anything to stop me. Nobody said, come on, man, you can't say those things to me. Those things are sick. Nobody said that. And nobody questioned my authority at all. And it really shocked me. I started to abuse people so much. I started to get so profane. And still, people didn't say anything.